lift, I'll watch that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, you and Sports Writer, you in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so how close was the movie?
You're going to have to speak up because there's background noise, so it's going to be hard to pick up everybody's voices.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. Thanks.
How close was the movie to being, right on cue?
Well, I tell most folks I give it a good 90% accuracy.
Oh, that's great.
Walt Disney, had their little say in it,
Right.
But I give it 90% accuracy.
Oh, that's great. Usually you always hear stories about, horror stories about Hollywood just kind of, rips it off just to kind of get the ending they want and everything.
Well, actually, yeah, they turned a lot of things around in that, Blue always say 9, I say about 75, 80%. A lot of things did happen, but they kind of turned it around the way it happened, As far as they had in the movie about me fumbling, The guys know I always bring that up. I bring that up at every session, so I never fumbled a football.
Well, they took a lot of liberty
Coach
and talked to
Boone
people too.
and a Walt Disney thing. I might think about taking them to court behind that. But we got Bass. Ronnie Bass always tell people when we go on these speaking gigs, he didn't kiss anybody. That was another Walt Disney move. So a lot of things really happened, but it didn't happen the way they kind of turned it around.
Wow. How often are you guys speaking these days? Pretty full calendar?
But this time of year is pretty full because of the high school football.
Right.
So this is one of our busiest times of the year.
You guys go to games as well on Friday nights?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the new T.C. Williams High School recently. I was up in Alexandria.
Oh, okay.
Wow, looks a little different.
A lot
Whole
different.
new school.
That's old school is the parking lot.
They had their first Friday night lights last week. First night game in the history of the school.
Is that right?
We supported that effort as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Hopefully
It was a
something-
success for them too.
The new
It was
school.
it was a lot of people. Very successful.
Wow. So do you guys plan on doing a follow-up movie or anything?
I don't think that's in the making, but
Not a movie, but
Not now.
we're going to do something to let the world know what the Titans are doing there.
That's fantastic.
Yes, we still doing things and it still needs to be heard. So
Right.
yes, we still going to reach out to let folks know what we're doing now. Collectively, we have a foundation and we go around speaking, we raise money for scholarships for kids. And we're going to continue to do that, hopefully get larger as we go up.
That's great. You find in talking to a lot of people that some people are actually incredulous that this happened just as far back as 1971. Wasn't that long ago? Some people still amazed that it was only just not that long ago. What's happening?
Well, yeah, a lot of times actually a lot of people, I tell people, look at the movie and look at it closely, and you'll see that it's not all about football.
Right.
That's a message that's there that people can learn all over the world.
Exactly.
Just like the book that you're writing. We tell kids all the time. So you can look at some of the scenes in that movie and you see where the whites were sitting on one side at the beginning of the movie, blacks on another side, and as the more we won, the more they came together. And by the end of the movie, you can just see a whole mixture of the crowd, even the whole town. We were blessed. A lot of people was telling us that we were the cause of the town coming together, as a community, and gave us the key to the city and everything. As a matter of fact, Coach Doc Hines is here. This is Coach Doc Hines' daughter walking up. She's written a book.
Good morning.
How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. Looking forward to the events of today at the school. Yeah.
So what's the book you've written about?
It's called A Titan of a Man, a coach of the 71 original Titans who inspired generations of young people. It's primarily about my dad, but it also features the Titans, of course, various members of the team, and kind of the real stories behind the movies, which I learned from a lot of the team players as well as from my dad.
So your dad was the coach?
Correct. He was Herman Boone's right-hand man, and so he was the assistant coach of the offensive line on the original team. Yes.
Well, John has written a book trying to encourage young black males to stay in school and study and see that getting a good job and a career as an ultimate goal instead of trying to play in the NBA or NFL, which is a 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 100,000 shot. Do you guys talk about the importance of staying in school too?
Staying in school is the #1 priority for any kid of today. Without the education, there's no opportunity out there for them to advance without a good education. So yes, we talk to them all the time about staying in school.
I always tell kids, like we were talking before, that they're not mutually exclusive. You can be just as good in the classroom as you can as an athlete. There's nothing wrong with dreaming for the NBA or NFL or playing high school football or high school basketball, but just don't put your eggs in one basket, you know? You can be good at everything. You can be just as diligent in the classroom as you are on the football field.
And I always tell the kids, the ass going to come out every ball you play with, so prepare for your future.
Right.
Without a ball in your hand.
Exactly.
And one thing for the cheerleaders, I feel like when we moved to TC, I think, because we were predominantly black cheerleading squad at GW, and TC was predominantly white cheerleaders. And when we came together, we realized that cheering is cheering.
Right.
And it wasn't about the jumps and how well you could cheer, but to get the crowd in it. And that was, I really enjoyed the mix. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like where I was raised, we were so isolated from the other races.
Right.
And so when the school started integrating, that it gave us more outlook on us, as a people, because we always felt like people looked on us as something different, and they really found out that there's no difference. We're people.
Right.
And so that's what I got out of the movie.
Sports in so many ways is a metaphor for life, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Right.
It shows you have more similarities than differences in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And in your book, I know you encourage kids to do their best. And I also always like to bring up, telling kids to give 100% in whatever they do. And for myself, when I went off to college and didn't finish, my daughters, I have 2 daughters who went to the same middle school and the high school as I did. One's a principal at that middle school, which was a high school that I went to before going to TC. Another one is a teacher in Washington, D.C. My son is in college. So I try to encourage them to do a lot more better than I did, and also look around and make sure they give 100% in everything they do, especially that education.
Right.
So I took a job at Eastern Airlines back in the day, and left school, and that job folded after 13 years. So I wound up with nothing, before going to the Alexander school system and the Alexander Recreation Park. So that's one thing I encourage kids to do. 100% education, stay on the right path.